Good morning. What's up, everybody? This is Big Lou from Florida Roadways. I am outside of the Korean Chef, which they're going to open soon. I think this used to be Five Guys years ago, burgers and fries. They haven't opened yet, but I might take a visit or go for his visit soon to see how the food is. Okay, I'm off. So this is going to be about a 20-minute video. Oh my God, the windshield's so dirty. It's all this humidity. The temperature outside is 79 degrees. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and share the broadcast, please. I appreciate it. You'd be doing me a very big favor. So in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the people that don't speak English in Miami. Just to let you all know, so don't hate on my comments. I don't have a problem with it, but there are some people that have a problem with it. You know, some Americans, and you know, it's like, well, think of this: if you know English and Spanish, or if you're fully bilingual, you will get a better paying job, a good paying job. Most likely you'll get one that pays six figures, or you'll get paid over $150,000 a year, which is good, which is a good salary in Miami. You know, if you're getting $150,000 a year, you know, that's a pretty good salary to live in Miami. And according to you, it won't be too expensive. You know, it's enough to rent a one-bedroom apartment, a luxury apartment, possibly a three-bedroom house, depending how much you can spend. But most people, as of 2025, about 75 to 80% are fully bilingual. Even though most of them, you know, yes, most of them do speak Spanish, but see, 50 years ago, most of the people didn't speak English, or maybe it was some, but I'm just telling you how it is. I'm not saying in a bad way, but if the Hispanics don't want to learn English, you know, that's up to them, you know. I have nothing to say bad about them, you know. Just like I don't want to learn Spanish, for example, but I do know some Spanish, you know. I tried to learn in the past, but it just doesn't work out. It's not that I don't want to learn, you know. That's just how I was raised, I guess. You know, I am Hispanic, but I was born and raised in Miami. My parents were born in another country where people speak Spanish. I'm not going to say, since some people talk bad about Hispanics, especially here in Miami. You know, you got some people talk bad about Cubans. You know, saying the words, deport them. The usual suspects. Those are all the harsh comments that I see on YouTube. That's going to get you reported. But if you say the words Cubans shouldn't live here, that's going to get you reported. Trust me. YouTube does not tolerate it. I have reported people for using harsh comments towards Cubans, blacks, especially when some of them say the N-word. And that's pretty much it. So I'm thinking about going to University Lakes, which is a mobile home park. They just got rid of the residents that used to live in Little Abner Trailer Park. University Lakes is a trailer park, which sits next to a supermarket called Extra Supermarket. One of the YouTubers says that it's pretty rough. I don't believe it's rough, but I will tell you where it's at. University Lakes is on Southwest 8th Street and around 128th Avenue, which is east of the Extra Supermarket. But one person said if you go behind the Extra Supermarket, there's some, I don't know, there's some activity going on, but I disagree with that because I have been to University Trailer Park probably about 5 times, and I also driven or passed by the area, and I never heard of a crime that has been committed in that trailer park, especially around Extra Supermarket. And I don't live that far from there. I live about 5 or 10 minutes from there. If I did know about it, I would see it on the news or read it on the internet. So that's false information right there. And if I'm wrong, then correct me right now in detail in the comment section. Tell me what's been going on. Oh shit, this light is yellow. Oh. I know I didn't run that light because I passed the crosswalks before it turned red, even though I did see it turn red. I have to be careful not to do that again, and I also have to be careful not to speed. Well, I was only doing 45, and the speed limit's 40, but I still have to be careful. So if the light does change from green to yellow, I'm gonna just stop right there, you know. But this is why you don't want to speed on a city street where there's a bunch of traffic lights, because you're going to miscalculate the timing on these traffic lights, and it might cause you to run a red light and cause a traffic accident. And also, Florida just came up with a rule to where if you disguise your tag, or if you hide it on purpose, let's say you paint your tag to a different color instead of it being white and green like you see it there. If you paint it, let's say black and yellow, most likely you're not only going to get a ticket, but most likely you will get arrested. I'm almost sure you will get arrested. Oh shit. Oh man. Okay. I'm not trying to turn here. Oh man. You know what? I forgot to turn on the rear window defroster so I can see where I'm going. I'm turning it on right now. You know, when I used to have, my first car was a 1985 Camaro. And believe it or not, it did not have a rear window defroster. The same thing when I had my 1988 Nissan pickup. Pickups were known to not have rear window defrosters back in the 70s and 80s, but I think some of them did have them. But let's say if I buy a Camaro and if I want a rear window defroster, that's an option. All Z28s and Berlinettas came standard with a rear window defroster, but it's very important that you have one, so you can see in the back, and when you're passing somebody, but when you're changing lanes, you have to have a rear window defroster, you know. Especially with all this humidity. But you know, if you don't have one and your windows are fogged up from the back, just go to the gas station, wash your rear window, or just wipe it, you know. At the Turnpike Plaza, they have this hose to where they hose your windshield. You can pull up to it and it washes your windshield, and the same thing if you back up towards the hose, it'll spray the back of your car, which is a good thing, because in case you get water bugs, and you know, we do have water bugs in the state of Florida, especially when you're driving to Orlando or the Everglades. Oh God, I had water bugs on my car. It was a total mess. Let me tell you, you don't want to deal with that crap. Okay, it's ridiculous. And this is Florida National University, where my nephew goes to. He's on his, I believe he's on his second year of FIU. his scholarship has already been paid, so it didn't come out of his pocket, you know, thank God. So, and my niece, I think this is her last year of high school, hopefully. I'm not sure what university or college she's going to go to, but so I'm going to turn off this rear window defroster because I don't want it to ruin my tints like it ruined the other one, because I had to retint my back window because there were bubbles all over the back window, and it cost me $80 to retint the back portion of the window. Oh man, I was supposed to turn left. Let me see. Oh man. You know what, I'm just going to end this video right here. Before I do, I want to wish you all a good day, a good night, a good Tuesday from wherever you are around the world. This is Big Lou from Florida Roadway signing off in the beautiful Westchester, Florida. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye.